And we are live. Hello, one and all, and welcome to my live review for tonight's edition of SmackDown Live. We're going to take a look at every single thing that took place on the December 6th, 2016 edition of SmackDown. We had a ton of news coming out of the TLC pay-per-view, so there's definitely a lot to talk about. So thank you all for joining me for tonight's edition of SmackDown, for coming in. Leave your comments in the live chat, of course. I will try to respond and answer those to the best of my ability. But yeah, guys, tonight, SmackDown, I thought it was a good show. Better than Raw. Raw to me had its moments, but once again, 3 hours, just too much. I felt on this edition of SmackDown, the pace was good. We didn't get really too much filler. We had moments here and there. But I liked what we got coming out of this. It left me wanting more, not less, which is usually the case with SmackDown. So this is generally going to be a positive review, guys. And like I said, if you're watching live, let me know what you thought of SmackDown Live. Leave your comments in the live chat. Always enjoy getting your feedback. Without further ado, guys, let's get into SmackDown Live. So the only way that you're going to kick off SmackDown Live is with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles, with a walking boot, by the way. Keep that in mind. Apparently, the injury, AJ tweaked his leg, minor injury, not going to be a setback. He's not going to be injured for a while, but he apparently was injured enough where he could not compete tonight. So the scheduled match between AJ Styles and James Ellsworth, it didn't happen tonight. But Styles would come out, he'd make his way to the ring, and he would pretty much talk up the fact of how he beat Dean Ambrose, he put him through tables, and Ellsworth would come out. He interrupts Styles. He says, "Do you really need the boot?" He says, he pretty much states that Styles is looking for a convenient opportunity of not wanting to face him. And Ellsworth said if he would face him, he would win that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And Styles reminds Ellsworth nicely, in the nicest way that he can. You got Dean Ambrose coming after you, a pissed off Dean Ambrose, so you better watch your back. Get going. Dean Ambrose music would hit. He'd arrive, hit Ellsworth with the dirt, and left. So yeah, not a bad segment. Good to see Styles out there. Was disappointed to see that he couldn't wrestle tonight. But it won't be long-term, so I'm not worried about that at all. So, yeah, Ellsworth gets laid out. I thought for sure we'd just see Ambrose annihilate this guy, but I think they're building to that event. It's going to be either Ambrose or in Ellsworth's title match against Styles, he will get annihilated. He will get the ever-loving piss and vinegar beat out of him. Far to say a Negan-like beatdown, but yeah, that's definitely into the TVMA category. If you watch The Walking Dead, you guys know what I'm talking about. But we're not going to go into Negan-level territory. But I could definitely see like a Zach Gowen beatdown a la Brock Lesnar. What was that, in 2003? If I get my years right. But yeah, Ellsworth is just the way they're building this up. That's just the only logical way that I see this ending is with him getting his ass handed to him. And speaking of, let's talk about your new WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I really love this entrance with the Wyatt family. The new Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton come down to defend their tag team championships, and they show Orton's entrance video, and then it morphs into the Wyatt family video. Love it. Badass. It is something different. So that was really good. And this match between the Wyatt family versus Heath Slater and Rhino got more time than the match did at TLC. I thought this was a pretty solid match, but the right team won here. You keep those titles on the Wyatt family for once. It finally feels like, thank God, I mean, it felt like forever, how long I've been saying this, finally feels like Bray Wyatt is being booked correctly. Why is that? Well, it's really simple. Because he is winning matches. New concept. Funny what happens when you have guys win matches consecutively and not do win, loss, or as it was the case with Bray from seemingly mean, he had a horrible, horrible first half, like literally from January to about September until this whole thing with Orton started. He was just injured, lost in the shuffle, you could say. But now, with Randy Orton being there, I mean, you know they're going to protect Orton. So you know, likewise, Bray Wyatt will also be protected. So that is what I like. And in the long run, and I have to give a shout out to my friend Robbie One Kenobi. Shout out to Robbie. Check out his channel. Great stuff. He mentioned the idea of doing this long-term direction for the Wyatt family. And let me know what you guys think of this. You have Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton hold the tag team championships. Eventually they lose them. I'd like to see them lose them to American Alpha. But eventually, down the line, you build towards a split. And not the split that most of you would be thinking. What I would like to see happen is the long-awaited, overdue Bray Wyatt babyface turn. I would have actually Orton turn his back on Bray Wyatt. You could finally turn Bray Wyatt babyface, build potentially to a huge match between the two at SummerSlam. Could you put the title on the line? I would do it. And could that be the moment where you crown Bray Wyatt as the WWE World Champion? Guys, let me know. What do you think? I like it. I think Bray should be WWE Champion within at least the next year. So if that is the long-term goal of this pairing with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, is to elevate Bray Wyatt to the next level, that should be the goal of this. That honestly should, because Randy Orton, made man, 5, 6, he's done it all. So to give Bray the rub and establish a new star, which this company desperately needs to do, would be in their best interest, and that's what I'd love to see happen. So that's what I'm excited for. I hope they go down some type of path. Doesn't have to specifically be the one I outlined, but we'll have to see what happens, guys. So yeah, good match right there. We had our second match of the evening. It was supposed to be Carmella versus Natalya. Carmella came out to the ring. She talked about how she unveiled the identity of who attacked Nikki this past Sunday at Survivor Series a couple weeks ago. And eventually Natalya would come out. Match wouldn't even start. These two would just brawl throughout. And eventually Carmella would run off to the back. And Natalya would run right into Nikki Bella. And Natalya pretty much said that Carmella is a liar, and Nikki Bella walked away. So it's still up in the air as to who exactly attacked Nikki Bella. Let me know, who do you think attacked Nikki Bella? There's certainly a little bit of intrigue here. Was it Natalya? Could it be Carmella? Is she just lying? Is it a returning Eva Marie? Maybe. Or an idea that I pitched on Twitter, is it potentially returning Mickie James? There's certainly a lot of avenues that WWE can go down, and I'm intrigued to see who it is eventually revealed to be. Although I do think it'll probably be Natalya, but let's see what they have. After this, we had what was definitely the weakest segment of the night, or match of the night. The Hype Bros versus the Ascension. Hype Bros won with the Hype Rider. Like I said, I like the Hype Bros, fun tag team, but this match didn't do nothing for either of them. And the Ascension just looked like a bunch of jabronis with that face. That face paint is just, I mean, that's something you put on like your 10-year-old kid. I mean, I'm sorry. The Ascension, you know, looking back on what they did in NXT, I hate to say it, but maybe NXT made them better than they actually were. You know, and they just really weren't as good. I mean, just the way they've been used on the main roster hasn't helped either. Just lack of character development, you know, no direction, and they're just jokes at this point. So I don't know what you do with the Ascension. But Hype Bros got the win, and we move on from that. So that's the one nice thing about SmackDown. There really is little time for filler because it's a 2-hour show, and everything just has purpose and meaning, and we're moving on. We are moving on. We have Miz TV. Pretty damn good segment here. Miz killing it as a heel. You know, the guy is just such an arrogant prick that you want to see somebody, you know, shove a pencil down his throat to shut him up. And I just love the way that just as Ambrose, you know, comes out for the Miz TV segment, you know, as Miz gives him the, what the hell did he call it? He gave Ambrose the, here it is, the Miz Participation Award because, as you know, everybody has to get a trophy now. So, of course, Miz would give Dean this award. And I thought for sure Ambrose was going to clock Miz in the head with this. But, of course, no. Miz, like the coward that he is, hides behind his wife. Big surprise there. And eventually, Daniel Bryan comes out and he announces, tonight, Miz, you're going to face Dean Ambrose. And it's going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. So, nice way to set up the match there. The segment was short, sweet, and to the point. Another thing nice about SmackDown, they don't drag these segments out because they can't. Because they have to get their shit in within 2 hours. So, good stuff. Good stuff here. We then had our fourth match of the evening. Baron Corbin versus Kalisto. And another dominant win and performance for Mr. Baron Corbin here. Nice stuff. It was a quick match, you know. Not the longest match in the world, but Corbin and Kalisto, they have good chemistry. They put on a damn good match in that chairs match at TLC. The second or third best match of the night. I mean, it's a tie between the ladder match and the chairs match. But this was good stuff here. You know, Corbin eventually, towards the end of the match, Kalisto attempted to go for a tilt-a-whirl head scissors, but Corbin was able to counter that. Boom, hits the end of days. And the thing that I like about this, wow, you know, it sucks. Kalisto suffered 2 back-to-back losses. The nice thing is they did not do the dreaded 50-50 booking. That's something that I just think does not help build stars. It just, you know, keeps everybody, you know, stuck from shifting into the next gear. It's Corbin. Beat Kalisto at TLC. Now he beats him on SmackDown. He is steadily gaining momentum, and I hope they have big plans for him because he could definitely be down the line. He could be a top heel if booked correctly. We then had Chad Gable versus Tyler Breeze. Short match, nothing really too much to say here. Gable got the win after he hit nice looking German suplex with a bridge to pick up the victory. Just sad to see the way that they've wasted Tyler Breeze, in my opinion, with this Breeze Dongo crap. It's not working. I'd rather just see Tyler be a singles star. Have him go after the IC championship, you know? And same thing with the American Alpha. I was hoping to see the feud between them and the Usos continue, but I guess not. I don't know. Did they drop it? What's going on with them? Alpha kind of feel like they're in a holding pattern because Orton and Wyatt are tag team champions. So I don't know what's going on there. I haven't seen the Usos in a while. So you could call it a concern, just slight worry, you know. I want to see American Alpha and the Usos continue feuding because I thought that could actually be a really good feud for the SmackDown Tag Team division. We then had your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion, the oh-so-beautiful Alexa Bliss, and that title. Damn, she looks so fine with that title. Alexa comes out, and not too long after that, Becky Lynch would come storm to the ring. She gets right in Alexa's face, and she pretty much wants to invoke her rematch clause. She said, let's go right here, right now. I will challenge you for that women's championship. And Alexa, being the great heel that she is, backed out of the ring. She's going to fight on her time, not Becky's time. And I look forward to this rematch. As I said on Twitter, guys, if you follow me, I live tweet during Raw and SmackDown. What stipulation do you think would be appropriate for Alexa and Becky's next match, whether it be at the Royal Rumble or wherever? I would like to either see these matches that some of you have suggested. Submissions match, Falls Count Anywhere match, Last Woman Standing match, No Holds Barred match. There's a number of different match stipulations that they can go with, but I'd certainly like to see them up the ante. I've really been enjoying this feud between Becky and Alexa Bliss, just like I've been enjoying watching SmackDown Live tonight. Boy, what a breath of fresh air this is. I'm coming up here and usually ranting and raving about the 3-hour snore fest that is Raw. But yeah, we then had our main event. This is The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Good stuff right here. Solid, good match. You know, it was going at a good pace. Crowd was into it. Ambrose, you know, Miz worked on the leg of Ambrose, which was smart because it would eventually set up for the Miz trying to apply for the figure 4 leg lock. and he would apply it, but Ambrose was able to get to the ropes. So these two were going at a good back and forth pace. Like I said, crowd was really into this match. It was just a good, solid main event match. And then as the match came to the end, we eventually had interference, of course, from Maurice as Ambrose went up to the Maurice would interfere. Eventually, that would lead to Ambrose able to counter. He was able to kick out after that. And James Ellsworth, he, of course, would rear his ugly head. Ambrose had Miz. He had him down for the 3 count. Referee's back was turned as Ellsworth was trying to point out the fact that Maurice had interfered in the match. But Ambrose saw this, and he's pretty much saying, what the hell you're doing, Ellsworth? I have this. And Miz is able to capitalize, able to get the victory from Ambrose as a result of another James Ellsworth. This guy's just asking to have his head handed to him on a silver platter. Because you not only screwed Dean Ambrose out of the Intercontinental Championship, you screwed him out of the world title. So it is going to build towards the moment when, somebody, Ellsworth is just going to get annihilated. Whether it's by Ambrose, Styles, or hell, have them both team up and just beat the piss out of this guy. But, just a good episode, solid episode of SmackDown that left me wanting more, not less. And if I had to give tonight's edition of SmackDown a grade, I would give it a B. And if you guys are watching live, what grade would you give SmackDown? I'm giving it a B. Good show tonight, guys. Good show. And speaking of, let me check my poll on Twitter here. Of course, after every Raw and SmackDown, I usually leave up a poll. 7 of you have voted, and 86% gave it a thumbs up, 14% a thumbs down. So all in all, we're in agreement. It was a good show. So that is it, guys, for my SmackDown Live review. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. I just want to give you a reminder coming up in the next 2 weeks. Got to start hyping this up. It's all about the build. My second annual WWE Year in Review Awards video. We're going to have four guests. It's going to be a really good award show. I've done this last year. This year we're going to be going live, so that'll be the added nice feature. Going to have that all set up here on Google Hangout. And you might know my friend Mike, the Club of the Man 1993. He'll be back on with us, along with Robbie One Kenobi, good friend there, Nerd Coalition, and BSP Wrestling Show, friend Gene. So if you guys are watching, can't wait to do the Year in Review Awards video. It should be good stuff, and I hope you all come and watch that. Like I said, tentatively, I want to say I have that date scheduled for December 21st, but that may change. But as of now, that is the day for the Video and Review WWE Year in Review Awards video. Have to get that title right. Thank you guys for the love and support. Appreciate you, my subscribers. Help continue the channel to grow. Click the like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And be on the lookout for me in my next video, whenever that may be. And until then, guys, thank you for tuning in to watch, and you have a great rest of your night. Take care.